To replace the touch sensors on Bob Pro, you'll need a new touch sensor circuit board and switch, and a Phillips head screwdriver. Ensure you have the correct switch for your repair. Bob's left touch sensor switch will not fit on his right side. Each switch is labeled L for left or R for right. Power off Bob before starting your repair. Press the bumper in while holding down the cover button. After 5 seconds, Bob will beep, and the cover light will turn off when released. Next, remove the dustbin. Grasp the tab on the back of Bob and slide the dustbin out. Then, flip Bob upside down so the wheels are facing up. Remove the 6 large screws from the underside of Bob. Keep all screws and parts removed from Bob safely aside for later reassembly. Next, remove the 2 small screws that hold Bob's side casing. Pull to detach each piece, using a flathead screwdriver for leverage if necessary. Carefully flip Bob onto his wheels and lift the cover to expose the main board. Disconnect the circuit plug connecting the cover to the main board. Next, disconnect all of the main board's circuit plugs. You'll be reattaching the plugs later, so take note of all the connections. Grip each plug and pull to remove, without placing stress on the wiring. When done, remove the 4 screws holding the main board. Then, lift the main board out. The wall track sensor connects to the left edge of the main board. Remove the screw securing the sensor. Carefully feed the wiring out from the hook inside Bob. Then lift to remove and set aside. Next, remove the 2 large screws securing the bumper. Then, lift the bumper off Bob. Now you can remove the 4 smaller screws securing the internal support frame. Feed the wiring out from the hooks on Bob's left and right sides. And lift the support frame out. Bob's left and right touch sensors are found on either side of the front wheel. To replace the sensor circuit board, first remove the screw holding it down. Then lift the circuit board up and place a new one in the open space. When it sits flat, install the screw on top. To replace the sensor switch, remove the screw holding it on Bob. Then lift the switch's 2 pieces up. You should have 1 spring and 1 left or right switch. Place your new parts on Bob. Hook the spring over the switch like so. The loop in the spring goes under the hole in the switch. Hook the other end of the spring onto Bob's side brush motor. When lined up correctly, install the screw previously removed from the switch. Then replace Bob's internal support frame. Align it with Bob and clear the area of any wires that could be in the way. Push down and the support frame will snap into place when aligned correctly. Make sure the docking sensor is attached to the center of the support frame. Then install the 4 small screws that hold it on Bob. Ensure the detachable pieces are placed in the appropriate spots on the bumper. They're labeled L for left and R for right. Then line up the bumper with Bob. Reinstall the 2 large screws. Replace the wall track sensor and install the screw securing it. Next, align the main board with the screw posts on Bob and replace all 4 screws. Then reconnect all the circuit plugs to the main board. The order of the plugs on the left edge from top to bottom is as follows. Tuck the wires for the 2 lower circuit plugs under the hook inside Bob. The order of the plugs along the top edge from Bob's left to right is as follows. Take note of the colors of each wire to ensure you replace all of the circuit plugs correctly. The order along the right edge of the main board from top to bottom is as follows. Remember to tuck the wires for the 2 lower circuit plugs under the hook inside Bob. The order along the bottom edge from Bob's left to right is as follows. Take note of the empty spaces in the main board. When all of the circuit plugs are securely connected, you're ready to close Bob. Reconnect the cover's circuit plug to the main board. Lay the cover down so it's slightly below the bumper's top edge. The bumper should move when pressed in. Flip Bob upside down. Next, install all 6 large screws on Bob's underside. Align the side casing pieces with the screw holes on Bob's underside. Then flip Bob onto his wheels and snap the pieces onto Bob's sides. Next, install the 2 small screws removed previously. Then flip Bob onto his wheels and slide the dustbin back in place. Press and hold the cover button for 3 seconds to turn Bob back on. And congratulations! You've just replaced Bob Pro's touch sensors. Happy sweeping!